Welcome to the 16th Annual Lexus Champions for Charity Golf Tournament benefiting the East Oakland Youth Development Center. In addition, we are proud to share a tribute of an outstanding legacy of a business owner and friend of EOYDC, Mr. Ed Fitzpatrick.
Hello, my name is Earl Sticks Brown. I'm a longtime sponsor of Ed's tournament. For those of us who worked with Ed, we were fortunate. He was simply a joy to be around. During his lifetime, he not only achieved monumental success in business and life, he also shared his journey and inspired many. His courage, integrity, and generosity were unparalleled. Ed's legacy and spirit will remain in our hearts as we tee up for his signature event, the Lexus Champions for Charity Tournament. This gathering will be our special way to celebrate Ed's life and recognize his contributions.
Hello, my name is Ronald A.J. Fort. I'm a general manager for Coliseum Lexus of Oakland. On behalf of the late owner, Ed Fitzpatrick, and our staff, I'd like to thank everyone who has supported the EYODC Golf Tournament and EYODC in general. Regina and her organization have taken up this cause for over 41 years. We are in support of all that she does, and we encourage all of you to continue supporting this organization as a tribute to Ed Fitzpatrick. Thank you.
I was so sad to learn of Ed Fitzpatrick's passing. He was such an important man to the Bay Area community and to Oakland in particular. I got to know him through his dealership, of course, owning a Lexus. But I also got to know him because we both share a passion for caring about what happens at EOYDC, the East Oakland Youth Development Center.
How do I attribute my friend Ed Fitzpatrick? Well, it occurred almost 20 years ago when he first decided to open up Coliseum Lexus. I was there from the day one, and the first thing Ed said was, who could I sponsor? Find me a group who I could cherish and embrace as long as I'm here in Oakland. We recommended EOYDC. Since that day, it's been a journey of love for Ed. It was his passion, as it was for the city of Oakland and for the kids at EOYDC. Oh, and how he loved him some Regina Jackson. Anything she asked, he was there. Ed and I had a special friendship. It developed more so from friends to family. We had amazing golf trips, and we had amazing times. We spoke every night, just about every morning. We talked three things: basketball, golf, and the city of Oakland. That's what he cherished. I miss my friend, and they say when you love someone as much as I loved Ed, you only think about the memories and the fun times that are bringing a smile to your face. For Ed, it was our golf outings. We had a special name for him, and I want to thank Michael LeBlanc for naming him. We had a foursome: myself, Darlene Ayers Johnson, Michael LeBlanc, and Ed. And it was on the 18th hole at Crow Canyon Country Club when Ed made a shot that you wouldn't believe. And in his inevitable way, he macked up to the green, and from that day on, we called him Butter. He was smooth as butter, and that's my friend. I speak to him now. He encourages me, and Ed, for you, I will hit him long, and I will hit him straight. I love you, my friend. Rest in greatness. Thank you.
Ed Fitzpatrick came into my life shortly after Mayor Jerry Brown appointed me to the Board of Port Commissioners for the Port of Oakland. The friendship developed over the last 20 years or so, up until this time. Some of my favorite memories are the many golf outings that we had together. Ed Fitzpatrick, Michael LeBlanc, Ray Leon, and myself. They taught me how to talk smack while improving my golf swing. That foursome was the envy of others playing around us because of our great fun and our infectious laughter. Ed Fitzpatrick, please get the Heavenly Golf facility ready so that we can pick up where we left off and have many more rounds of golf into eternity. Your friend, Darlene Ayers Johnson, aka Darlene Martini. Rest in peace, Ed.
Hi there, I'm Michael LeBlanc, and I am here to talk about Mr. Ed Fitzpatrick. I met Ed, might have been 10, 15 years ago, probably 15 years ago, and we met as business people. And Ed, we kind of actually, this will sound crazy, but we kind of actually mentored each other. But where we had the most fun was on the golf course. And we had a special group consisting of Ray Leon, which is my cousin, Darlene Ayers Johnson, we call her Darlene Martini, Ed Butter Fitzpatrick, and I gave him that name, and myself. And one thing about golfing is golf kind of reveals who you are, and it has to do with honesty, integrity, patience, how you deal with adversity, and obviously we all know Ed had all those characteristics.
Hi, I'm Bishop Bob Jackson. I'm just here to remember Ed Fitzpatrick and what a wonderful man he was, and how he helped support us with our OK program, and he was the only one that consistently gave money to keep our boys out of jail and keep them focused on school. And every year we would play the tournament with EOYDC, and he would be there every time. And as a matter of fact, we would eat lunch together. After we finished playing, we would sit at the table and eat. And I bought my cars from Lexus, from his Lexus dealership here in Oakland, and I'd always come over and sit down, talk with him and whatnot. He was always such a friendly man, and he and I just hit it. We just hit it on, and I'm missing him already. I just miss him so much because he was so dear to me, and I could always call him anytime. He would answer the phone, and he and I would talk. Even though he was so busy, he always had time to talk to me.
My name is Bryce Bell. I've been part of the East Oakland Youth Development Center for going on my 18th year now, and I've benefited so much from Mr. Fitzpatrick's donations, not just in material things, but in his effort and him showing up. And I can honestly say I'm a recent college graduate in part because of his donations and time he spent with the East Oakland Youth Development Center. And one of my best memories is him really introducing me in a way to golf for the first time with the annual EOYDC golf fundraising tournament. And I've always had so much fun, look forward to it every year. And now is even more of an add to his memory that we're going to continue doing this, and I continue to have the best memories of Mr. Fitzpatrick and all he's done for the center.
Hi, my name is Jamal Rashid. I'm an EOYDC alum, and I just wanted to give some love to Ed Fitzpatrick. My first time playing golf was in his tournament with Lexus in the East Oakland Youth Development Center. And since then, I've been able to play in the tournament multiple times and just meet a lot of different mentors and build relationships with new friends. And being around him as he's a businessman, I've been able to pick his brain over the years, which was really special for me. And I've benefited a lot from just his involvement with the center and being around so many wonderful professionals.
Hi, my name is Regina Jackson, and I am delighted to talk to you about my memories of Ed Fitzpatrick. We met when he first did the groundbreaking for Coliseum Lexus, October 10th, 2001. So we're coming upon the 19th anniversary of the flagship store. I didn't know then that Ed was the quintessential business owner. On that day, he made a commitment to me to give us $10,000 to go to EOYDC, and he later made sure that it got matched. Every single year, we got at least $20,000 from Ed Fitzpatrick of Coliseum Lexus. But what's more than that is that Ed used to drive by Holiday Fish, which is across the street from EOYDC, and he would always call me on the way, like I'm just sitting there waiting for his call, right? And he would say, hey, I've got somebody important for you to meet. Oh, and by the way, I've got lunch. And so, of course, I didn't eat very often. I ran across the street, and oftentimes he would bring someone that could expand our social capital opportunities or might be a fundraiser for us. He was always thinking about EOYDC. In addition to that, Ed was at everything that was important to me. He was at our 40th year anniversary. He would take me to the DeYoung Museum to to be exposed to the upper crust in hopes that we could raise some more money for OIDC. And then there are those really fabulous opportunities when he invited me to the Warriors games. We would have such fun together. Ed had a commitment, not just to this organization, he had a commitment to me, and he had a commitment to our young people. He even hired them, both in the administration area as well as the repair area. You know, he was always calling me saying, what kind of talent do you have? Send them over. Well, it was a particular day in 2015 when I called him up because I had just gotten to meet Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors. And he said, well, why'd you meet him? I said, well, he gave us his NBA MVP car. And that's kind of cool. He's like, well, what did he give you? I said, it's a Kia. He said, okay. And about a week later, he called me and he said, Regina, I need you to come down to the store. And I went down there, and below, it was an incredible sight to see. There was this huge, big red ribbon on top of a Toyota minivan. And he said, Steph's not going to one-up me. That's your car. I was like, okay, 2 for 1 works for me. It was always funny like that. He wanted us to have opportunities that we might not have even thought we needed. Another really special moment for me was when he told me that he had just been to a Lexus conference. And I said, sounds great. And he said, yeah, well, Magic Johnson was the keynote speaker. So, you know, I had to go up to him and say, you know Regina Jackson, right? And Magic said, yeah, I know Regina. And he said, well, I'm her sponsor. He said, I'm her sponsor. And so they kind of went back and forth. You know, I wish that I could have been a fly on the wall. People fighting over who works harder for EOIDC, right? But I told Ed, I said, it's really cute to know that at least one time the social capital turns around, and rather than me using your name to help benefit us, you had to use mine. So we had a big chuckle around that. The opportunity to do the Lexus Champions for Charity golf tournament was one that he just came up with. One day he called me and said, I think we need to do this. And I'm like, Ed, I don't know anything about golf. I don't even know how to help. He said, that's okay. We want you to get in with the nationally renowned golfers and get some real money going. And so it was cute because one of the golfers actually gave me some golf clubs a couple years in. We started at the Metropolitan Golf Course, and then we went to Sequoia, and now we're here at Stonebrae. And each year, all of, I believe, his best friends in the business would come on through, and they'd have a lot of fun, no matter how hard the course. And the reason I know this is because about 88% of them would stay for the after party, where they got an opportunity to meet some of the kids and raffle off prizes. And, you know, for people that are just golfing to golf, they hit the balls, they get their total, and they leave. But everybody stays. I will dial back and say that 6 years ago, we were looking for a place to host our Something for Everyone scholarship fundraiser. And he and I were just talking in his office, as we would do. And he said, why not do it here? And I'm like, Ed, you've got a car dealership. He said, yeah, well, we can move some things around. We can make it happen. And we've been there every year since. I don't remember a time when Ed told me no. When I think of Ed, I will always smile. Because as I mentioned, he could write the book on what it is to be an outstanding business owner. I'm sure that he's resting in power right now because he was a powerful voice among businesses. He was a powerful voice among our young people, and he was certainly a powerful voice for me.
Good evening. My name is Ryan Fitzpatrick. I am Ed's son. On behalf of my family, I would like to thank everyone who has taken part in this tournament to honor my father and continue supporting the great work by Regina Jackson and her team at East Oakland Youth Development Center. I miss my father greatly. However, every day I am reminded by so many what a great man he was and how he affected his community in a positive way. I have been overwhelmed by so many great stories from different people sharing how he influenced their lives. The turnout for this tournament during these challenging times is a testament to the East Oakland Youth Development Center. My family and I would like to thank all of you who have supported this cause. My father met Regina Jackson during Coliseum Lexus of Oakland's groundbreaking. After spending time with Regina and learning more about the EOYDC, my father made a commitment to the East Oakland Youth Development Center. His passion for the EOYDC never waned, and in 2004, my father proposed having the EOYDC participate in the Lexus Champions for Charity Golf Tournament. The partnership has remained in place ever since.
Thank you, Mr. Fitzpatrick. Woo!